Problem is, I didn't take it apart. We're left to try and work it out. So after the last video where I put the engine back together, we're now back to fit the engine in the frame.
So what's going on?
Well, what's going on is we fitted the engine yesterday, as you were well aware, because you helped me put it in, and then we decided that we were going to, where is it gone? Then we decided to put the rear exhaust stub onto the rear cylinder off the bike. It doesn't fit. Well, it does fit, but we can't get the bolt in on the top. So after doing a little bit of research, you have to drop the engine just slightly, just a smidgen, just so you can get that top bolt into there. There we go. So we're gonna get on, pull the bolts out, drop the engine down on the jack, and pop this on. You get the nut in?
I think so.
Here we are. Limited space. That is the flange bolt trying to do up that you have to get through just this side off the shock absorber. I just have to just lift it manually in like we did before. Okay, all right, I'm going. So that's that awkward son of a monkey fitted onto the bike. So we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. So we're going to start fitting the oil cooler and the radiator. It's already pre-lubed as well, so it's nice, so you don't have to smear it all over it, which is sweet. Oh, let's take the tissue out. Put it on there. And only needs to be hand tight, gorilla hand tight. There we are. We'll reconvene for afternoon after work, and we'll put the doobry things. And what do we call this? The throttle bodies. That's what I mean. Put the throttle bodies on. Well, today I am going to be fitting the throttle bodies. What I couldn't remember were called yesterday. I want to call them trumpets for whatever reason, but it's just like, I don't know what they're called. It's throttle bodies. This is. You got your injectors on there as well. Fuel adjuster, throttle position sensor, injector 1, injector 2. We need to make sure that that goes the right way, so it tells it to fire at the right time. Should be handy. Hopefully these are marked up. It turns out that they've marked things up wrong while they were taking it out. I mean, when we were putting these together, these are marked up wrong, left and right mixed up, and also on the throttle bodies as well. The front has got marked at AV for avant, but it's actually on the rear. So yeah, and seeing as we're just feeling our way through it, and have to kind of like put it together like Lego and then work out what we've done, well, what's right and what's wrong. So, but we're getting there. That's engine earth. That's got to go down to starter motor. Plug into gear. Have to look in the book, see where everything goes. Yeah, I think that's fuel injection stuff. I think that could possibly be to the radiator. We have to look at the book booth, don't we? So that's going to go there, that's going to go there, that's going to go into there. Throttle body's on. Well, I've got to tighten them down. fuel line's facing in the right direction, because if you lift the fuel tank, like I say, we're doing it by Lego, all your fuel gubbins and dubbins at the rear of the tank, not at the front. So if we'd followed their directions, we'd definitely be the wrong way around. Ta-da! Wrong way around.
Oh no.
I'm a twat. Oh no, 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 all saved. Everything is saved. That's good. And it goes back onto there. Take that off again. Redo it. It's got to be in that slot.
Do you like fiddly stuff?
Oh no, I actually kind of hate it. I get you to do the fiddly stuff. There, okay, that's good. Tiny things have been in there and straighten it out for me, because it was starting to irritate me a little bit. Probably not the best time to do it when it's still like 37 degrees Celsius outside, and you know, you're just sweating through everything. But hey, we're here. Tomorrow's gonna be hotter. Can't wait. There we go. Let's do the electrics next.
Do you like electrics?
I do it for a living. So, but there are days when, oh my God, it pisses me off. But this isn't so bad. We have a manual, and they only go to specific connectors. So, yeah. Although we will have to work out which is the front one and which one is the rear one for the fuel injector. So we'll grab the manual and we'll see which colour wires go where. Okay, we have got the TLS wiring diagram, and we need the fuel injector for the front. So you've got a green and a white, and you've got a yellow with a red flash. The rear cylinder is a green and black. So we want green and white for the front. So we go to the loom. We have got green and black, and we have got green with a white stripe. Green and white is to the front cylinder. So we'll plug that into the front. Yeah, let's plug it over that way. I'll work out which way you go. You want to hear a nice click as well. That's good. Nice, a nice snick. That's all you want to hear, and then you don't have any loose connections and any serious issues. Yeah, and then we just got to work out what the rest of these do and where they go. That's the air cleaner, that goes there. This one, we need to work out where that lives. On the fuel tank, which I think is the one beside the green one. So that's fuel, that's air cleaner. That goes to fuel tank, that goes to fuel tank. So then it's these three. Right, okay, so we've got a throttle position sensor. That's got to be one of these. So that's a 3. Oh my God. Ah, right, okay, there's some more engine stuff. Oh, that's for the... That goes to the rear. These two, that's from the generator. That's going the wrong way. So that needs to come back through. I'm not sure. I'm going to run that up there. We'll put a zip tie on there or whatever. I think there is a cable holder there. And then that one goes into there. And then that one goes into there. That goes to your regular rectifier. which is that thing there with a heat sink, and that regulates your voltage. It takes it down from 240 volts down to 12 volts, and changes it from AC voltage to a DC voltage, and cleans it up so it's one steady voltage. And then it goes to the regular rectifier. That's what the regular rectifier does. So that transforms it all, and then that goes to your battery and charges your battery up at 14.4 volts or 14.7 volts ish, depending on rev range. If they didn't change the loom, the R has got 2 injectors. Well, you got 4 injectors in total, but you got 2 injectors on each cylinder, so that might be additional wiring for that. I'm not 100%. I really don't know at this moment, but I can't see. Oh, hang on, we've got more stuff. We've got this sensor. Oh, that's fuel pressure sensor. Snick. So that's got to be fixed on somewhere. We've got a bolt hole on it, so that needs to be fixed. Where? I do not know, but we will find a home for it. Or maybe it fits on the bottom of this somewhere, maybe. That's fuel pressure. We've got injectors, so we got one left. I am trying to get the choke mechanism in, so now it works. Choke on, choke off, choke on, choke off, and again throttle. Oh yeah, this will be so cool, as long as it doesn't blow to pieces. So if we put the airbox on, stick the fuel tank on, connect it up, chuck some oil in it, chuck some water in it, chuck some fuel in it, chuck a battery in it, and well, no, before we do that, brakes. We need brakes, and we need to sort the clutch out. It's so cool. I'm excited, and also very, very nervous. We'll have to fit the clutch as well. The Dubry-Firkin thing. This is a Dubry-Firkin thing. That's what I meant for the clutch. There's the clutch arm, which pushes the clutch pin in, which operates the clutch. It goes on like that. The clutch goes in through there, so we need to mount this clutch next. It goes like that, and that sits on there and there. That's how it works. Pulls the clutch. So I must pull it, yeah, pulls it that way, and that part there pushes on that pin, and it engages the clutch on the opposite side of the engine. So that has got to go there. That's where it's going to live. Like that. Talk to my measurement. Oh, that we've got a little bit of movement. That's nice. Let's take the slack up. I have to adjust it up. Make sure it works. Doesn't seem right at all. We've got something there. Might be just how it is. Oh, we don't even know the mileage, do we? Of the bike. We won't. That's going to be a pleasant surprise when we put a battery on, turn the ignition on. Oh, it feels like there's a clutch there. I don't know. We got a picture.
I don't know. Maybe in the book.
Yeah, the manual to show which position that's in. Suppose, yeah, you're a little bit like that, I guess. Yeah. Right, okay, let's put the cover on. Just want to see if it goes into gear or not. I mean, if the clutch works. Let's put it into gear. Put it in the gear. Yep, we're in gear. And we'll try the clutch. Yes. Moves nicely. Hey, we got a clutch, which is just fantastic. Now, brakes. Got a box of brake goodies. We've put new pads in the rear caliper, and then we'll get this fitted onto the bike and get it bled as well. And then we'll move on to the fronts. Oh, we've got everything we need. We've got some new brake pads, 2 off, obviously. Got some new pins as well because they were missing when I got the bike. So I thought, sod it, let's just get some new pins as well. So we'll lightly grease these up as well. We'll lightly grease the back of the pad. All right, let's just put that almost in position. I'm not using the greasy finger. Nice and easy, it's so easy. And then we're going to put our pins in. I have to hold them up from underneath, from below. Pop that through the hole, that one through the hole, and then that one, find the hole in the back of the pad, back of the caliper should I say, sorry. And there, that one's home. The same with its other sibling. Nice and straightforward and easy, and then we'll just roll it forward so we've got both holes visible, ready for the R clip. And then the R clip, excuse me, sorry, I just knocked the thing again. And then we put the R clip in. Really difficult with this. With the camera in front of your face, it's quite not difficult, but just a little bit awkward. Maybe I should just and give it a little pull, make sure it's secure, all done, and then that, my furry friends, is ready. Ah, beautiful. Stick that on the bike, easy. So let's take this bolt out of the caliper holder, mount that up, position that up, and just stick our bolt through. There we go. And there we are. Get our bolt in. Just so it's damn tight. You don't want these backing out. That's on. I'll put the brake line on. That on. From the inside. Tighten that up. Alright, next. Rear brake. Lever and master cylinder and reservoir. We need to fit that bad boy on as well. Put that on like so. Take this one to here. Keep it square. Tight. Beautiful. Okay. So that goes down like that. That cable can go up out the way. You can go up through the old frame. That can be fixed on, and that can be bolted on like so. And let's leave this unattached for a second so we can get some brake fluid in there, and then we can bleed it. That's what we'll do next. Look at that. Fancy. We've now got brake fluid in the res. I've got the lever fully depressed, and just let gravity do its job so we can get fluid from the poop reservoir down through the master cylinder, down through the hose, down on into the caliper. And then once we get fluid coming out of there, then we can bleed it. Until then, we're going to do front brakes. New pin and new R-clip. Replace it. We've got ourselves some nice new brake pads to go in as well, both sides obviously. And the pin will grease that up as well. Right, I'm going to wipe my hands. Pad one in. There you go. Pop the pin in. Come up from the rear. There we are. That is it. It's as simple as that, which is real cool. A new R-clip, or your old R-clip. Find the L and push down. And that is it. Nice and simple. I'll tighten this one up and then I'll do the other side. Right, we're going to try and bleed these front brakes. Now, if you look at the hose, it comes down then goes back over the top. We've got brake fluid. Whoop, whoop. Let's go around the other side and see if we've got any brake fluid that side. See if we can get rid of any bubbles. Pumping and holding. Don't say anything too soon, but looks like there's no more bubbles. Woohoo! This is exciting stuff. Alright. On this side. I'm excited. So it looks like, you see here, we've got a lever, which is awesome. It's a bit spongy, but we can get that out, so that's what we'll do next. Let's do a bit more bleeding. That's good. And we're having no joy with gravity trying to help us. I'll crack this off and see if we've got any fluid here first. Right, so we've got nothing there yet. So we need fluid first. I'm stuck in my finger. I feel it suckling on it. Alright, looks like we've got something coming. More than what we had before. We've got a little bit of a dripper. So that is good news. Yeah, there we go, we've got a drip. So all we need is a drip. And we know it's going to come then. Which is good news. Tighten this one up. And we can crack this one. I'll close the rear one. Pop that on. Do the rear one, this one up. Alright, let's crack this one. Pump. Hold. Release. Could be a while.
One eternity later.
So I was going to try and suck this out. We can, so should be able to bleed it quite easily and quite nicely. Right, let's see if we've got anything. Close this up. Oh, I had it open a lot. A little bit. Bubbles. Didn't say it's going to be easy. Right, let's see if we've got anything on this one. Oh, that was good. That one's good. Oh, wow. Wow, good. That is good news. We're going to fit the exhaust next, which should be quite a bit of fun. Almost get it on. In fact, the oil cooler's in the way. See, that is fouling the oil cooler. Mind my fingers. And then this, you just see it wiggling there. My fingers on it. There's the bottom of the exhaust and there's the stub. I need to get up to there. I don't have the angle. Drop it backwards. It'll fit. Well, it won't fit because then I've got to lift the front end. I can't lift the front end because in front of the ends, David, because that's in the way. Let's remove this little monster and have another go. Where were we? All right, let's see if we can get this in. Oh my god, that is much better. Look at that. So, if you are doing one, you have to take the oil cooler off to get your exhaust on. If I can get this rear one in first, or this front one in first, let's get a jack, put it on a block of wood, and we can jack it up and we can hold it in position. Perfectly on. Looks good. Quite square on the rear. It's quite square. If I can do that bolt up there, you can just about see him, the hex head. And then if we can manipulate the front one in, we're not far off at all. That is fantastic. So, right, I'll carry on doing that. Stop gibbering. So, that's the exhausts fitted. Doesn't she look splendid? Really starting to come together now. Oil cooler's back on as well. I'll zoom in there. Yeah, I'm going to do the air cleaner and then we'll put the fuel tank on and then fill up the fluids. Now we've got the new air filter, like so. And that pops onto there. Tighten that bad boy down. So now it's just the fuel tank to stick on. So I've got two pipes on the bottom of the fuel tank, as well as a third one from the fuel pump itself. On the fuel tanks on these, I've just learnt, I had to try and identify these. That is your fuel return from your injection system, and that one is your breather. And that is obviously your fuel intake, fuel outlet, sorry, goes to your carburetor injector plant things. Yeah, I think I explained it really well. Okay, let's get this puppy mounted. Fuel return. That's all good. Okay, so that's that one. There. That'll be okay. We can get the battery in. Battery can slot in there, there's enough room. Yeah, cool. Okay. Nice and dry. So far, everything is looking pretty good. Yeah, that's tight. I am looking to see how much oil I need.
Big book of wisdom.
It is the book of wisdom, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Just check, 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 check. blah 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 blah. Engine oil change. So we're going to be putting in a 1040 semi-synthetic, as it's a older bike. So if you run them on fully synthetic, then you can have clutch slip, and we don't want clutch slip. No, don't want that at all. So always semi-synth on the older stuff from the 90s and early 2000s. Well, because it's a dry engine, according to the manual, it's 3.6 litres. If it wasn't a dry engine, then it would be 3.6, not 3.6, 3.3 litres. Oh shit, we've got a leak. Oh, we've got two engine bungs. With no pressure, it looks good. So that's good. And I say we'll run it for 20 seconds, 15-20 seconds, shut it down, check for leaks, and then we'll top the oil up if necessary. Got battery in. I'm just about to turn the key on for the first time with power and see what the mileage is. Last night, when darkness was failing, we put oil in the bike, and then we went to put water in the bike as well. That did not end very well. We had water coming, well, it actually just poured out the weep hole. So it means, after a little bit of research, that the mechanical seal on the water pump has let go. So that's got to be replaced. Although, and then I was, shouldn't I try and start it? But I'm going to try and start it. We're going to keep an eye on the weep hole so that, you know, it doesn't blow oil everywhere as well. And if it starts to do that, then we won't. Well, I'm not going to bother. But I just want to hear it fire up. Okay, ignition. In 3, 2, 1. Ooh, change that. Trip. Oh wow, wow. 47,952 kilometers. So that's just under 30,000 miles. That is bloody brilliant news. Really bloody brilliant news. So we got a all light flashing, but I think that's just because we haven't done anything. Obviously you got oil light on because we haven't done it, but we've got F1 light on there. I don't know if that'll go out once we start it, but I don't know if that's, does it record? This is an old system. I'm not sure. We will find out. I'll have to look through the book. So while we've got the ignition on as well, I just thought, let's see if we've got lights and stuff. We've got a headlight. Nice. We've got side lights. And no side lights, that's probably just a bulb. We got high beam. Yes, we've got high beam as well. Excellent. We got indicators. Oh yeah, on these, on the subject of these, comment if you want, because this is always good. Do we go for a white like they are, or do we go back to original yellow lens? Yeah, just let us know. Okay, let's do the other indicator. Yes, we've got indicators. Awesome. Do we have a horn? Oh, yeah, we have a horn, which is even cooler. Passing light. That works. That's cool. Yes. That's fantastic. So we have no electrical gremlins yet. All right. Nervous time. First start. Pop priming. Fingers crossed.